Hi everybody and welcome back to the Upside Dan. I got to see Venom: The Last Dance in the 4DX movie theater experience, and I'm here to tell you if it's worth it in the format. Before I get started, please make me your 4DX guy by subscribing to my channel, liking this video, and hitting that notification bell so you don't miss any more 4DX content from me. I actually really like the first Venom, and I actually love Venom: Let There Be Carnage. I have a lot of flaws with it, but I also have a lot of fun with it. It's my favorite of the trilogy. I know I'm in the minority with that. Venom: The Last Dance is probably my least favorite of the trilogy. I just thought it was okay. However, how was the 4DX experience? So there's some really wild seat movements in this film. There's actually pretty intense seat movements. The horse riding scene is, I thought, spectacular. As he speeds up and gets more rough, the seats do as well. You feel the rumbles in your seat, you feel the seat jolting, you feel the seat kind of going this way and this way along with the horse. If a character gets thrown against something, hits something, falls down, you feel the massagers in the back of your seat. There's puffs of air at your ankles and also puffs of air a lot at your neck and ears. With the weapons firing, there's a lot of that stuff. You feel almost each shot with the puffs of air. It's not every shot, so if it's consistently going, the shooting, it won't do it consistently, but it does do it a lot. It does do it with a lot of the shots. I thought that was used very well. The airplane scene and all the vehicle scenes are really fun with the action as well. You're feeling that in the seat. You feel like you're on the airplane. So you're feeling a lot of this jolting and rumbling and vibrating in the seats along with whatever's going on screen. I even think I felt it with Venom talking sometimes. Not all the time, but he has a really booming voice. Tom Hardy does a great job with his voice. And I feel like Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock would feel a little rumble, a little vibration while Venom is talking. It was very subtle to me, at least, and it wasn't every time. But I have heard from a viewer they did feel it. It might be different for different people, but I did feel it at times. There's a third act battle. That is almost non-stop seat movements and auditorium capabilities. There's a lot of stuff there. Banging against that, banging against this, getting thrown around, getting punched, getting kicked. You're feeling a lot of this movement in the seats. Sometimes I felt like maybe it was over-exaggerated a little bit, or maybe it wasn't really matching actually what was going on. They were just moving the seats wildly. Not all the time. It can be definitely confusing. There's only so much that the seat capabilities can actually do. So many combinations of what they can do. So I understand it. I felt like it matched pretty well, and the third act is just really intense, and it's constant. It's pretty much non-stop action in the seats and in the film. Water was used a handful of times. I really enjoyed the water. I thought that it was used very well. There's gooey, symbiotic stuff, liquids, scientific stuff that they can use water drops with, and the mist and the air from in front of you. And there is some blood in this, so you do feel the drops with the blood as well. Now on top of that, there is actual water. There's a river scene. I thought that matched up very well with what was on screen. Even this acidic stuff, it was cool to feel that because it's acid. It would harm you, but it immerses you into the film more, but it's harming maybe the characters. The wind is also used very well. It's used a handful of times. There's an airplane scene on outside of an airplane. There's motorcycle stuff. There's the horse scene. There's running. There's outdoor stuff. It's just establishing shots outdoors. All that kind of stuff, and the wind is used very well with that. It's refreshing, like I always say. Fog was used a few times. It dissipated pretty quick. It didn't stay on screen for too long, especially if the scene did not call for that. There's explosions. There's dust settling. Lights are used several times. There's lightning and kind of electricity stuff. It's a sci-fi film, so there's a lot of, the air carriers and different weapons, and the lights in the auditorium flash with those weapons and with those vehicles and explosions and stuff, so it matches really well. The lights flash with the opening Sony logo as well. Last but usually least, scent. I don't know if I even noticed it in this film. Maybe my theater was just not doing it. But then again, my theater has the same or a similar scent. I could definitely see there are opportunities where they could have maybe used scent. So overall, it's a really intense experience at times. So there is actually a lot of downtime. That was one of the faults of the film for me. Sometimes it just dragged for too long with unnecessary scenes. Some side characters, there's some fun with them, but I think they focused on them too much. So there is some downtime is what I'm trying to say. Where the seat movements aren't really being used that much, but when they are, they go full throttle. I really think that it's a fun 4DX experience. I actually pretty much think it's a fantastic 4DX experience. 4DX was definitely made for superhero movies like this, just fun comic book movies. Yes, I 100% recommend Venom: The Last Dance in the 4DX movie theater experience, especially if you're a fan of those two films or the Sonyverse in general. I think you're going to have a fun enough time with the film. The movie is just so-so, but I also think you're just going to have a blast in 4DX. Did you see Venom: The Last Dance in 4DX? What did you think of it in the format, and what did you think of it just as a film? Let me know down in that comment section. If you're going to spoil anything, please mark your comment with spoilers. If you liked what you've seen here and you want to see some more content from me, please click around here to see some other content from me. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video with the movie fans in your life. Hit that notification bell, subscribe, make me your 4DX guy, and come to the Upside Dan.